Why can't anything be simple anymore? You may have noticed I'm a pretty big fan of Harry Potter. And sadly, that is a kind of controversial thing to say these days. If you haven't heard, there's been loads in the media about JK Rowling being transphobic, and it kind of just keeps escalating, honestly. It all just kind of begs the question, in 2020, is it transphobic to like Harry Potter? Let's discuss. Hi, my name is Vanessa Raquel. Please remember to like and subscribe if you're interested in this video and in this channel. So I'm one of those millennials with a Harry Potter tattoo. Yeah, basic. Harry Potter to me has been like my lifeblood. I more or less think of it as a religion. That's kind of wild to say, so let me expand on that. I just view reading the books and watching the movies as a way of kind of connecting with my core morals and beliefs and values. They bring me immense nostalgia and they just give me a deep, deep sense of comfort. I was always a super nerdy kid. Shocking, I turned out to be an engineer. I didn't have a real friend until like grade 6. And that friend circle that I made in that time period, we all connected a lot over reading the books and being really, really into them. I'm talking Harry Potter fan fiction. I'm talking midnight lineups for movies and books. Like, I was first in line to go see the final movie. I think I waited like 12 hours or something. As I've mentioned in previous videos, Hermione basically was my biggest role model growing up, and I tried to emulate her throughout class. It always meant a lot to me. And you know, like, they talk about themes of racism and othering, and it's all about an orphan boy and magic and like, I just can't believe what has happened with JK Rowling lately. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of these people who wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt and wanted to just keep going with it all as long as possible. But it's kind of gotten to the point that like, you just can't really deny it anymore. Like, what started from some assumptions about whose tweets she liked turned into a 3,000 word essay about her feelings. And now this new book that has a man who dresses as women and kills people, like, Okay, so here are the thoughts. Here are the thoughts that I have on this. Firstly, that fantasy world and that safety that many, many nerds like me, many trans folks, receive from Harry Potter, the world of Harry Potter, Hogwarts, watching it, diving into that nerddom, that cannot be taken away from us. We can choose to stay in that fantasy world if we want to. Those morals and beliefs and values that we were taught through these books will live on with us because we will still emulate them. But secondly, this whole situation should really encourage us to think critically about what we are consuming, who our idols are, and why we are putting them on the pedestals that we are. I am a very firm believer that nobody is perfect. I think that everyone makes mistakes and everyone is human, but I also believe in apologizing. I believe in owning up to your mistakes, and I do believe in forgiveness. So my hope is that in time, she'll come around. But I don't even know if I really have faith in that at this point. But I can hope. And it becomes tricky because if you no longer believe in that idol, can you still consume that media the same way? And is it the same of already owning the books, already owning the movies, and watching them again because they give you a sense of comfort? Or is it a matter of putting your money where your mouth is and never buying anything from JK Rowling ever again? Number 3 is the concept of a problematic fave. I was chatting with some trans friends about what they thought about all of this, and one of them brought up this concept that they heard from a queer comedian. It's basically when you enjoy something but realize it's also problematic and recognize it. For me, another one of these is Friends. Friends was another one of those shows where for me growing up, it gave me so much solace and safety and comfort. And also those friends I had in grade 6, we watched Friends all the time together. So it just reminds me of that so deeply. And yet every single episode, there's some fatphobic jokes, homophobic jokes, sexist jokes. And I feel like I can consume it and be like, oh my God, cringe, 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 cringe. And yet still get that benefit out of the media that I'm looking for at the same time. Number 4 is about cancel culture. I'm not really convinced that cancel culture works. I think challenging people in positions of power to own up to their past mistakes is 100% fantastic, but I feel innately like I'm not a hateful person. I would always rather take a kill 'em with kindness approach, a how can we love each other and learn from each other and come together approach. I feel like there's just so much division in this world, so much bipartisanship, and it feels like cancel culture is really related to all those things. So kind of going back to what I said earlier, hopefully there's a way that we can get her to turn around. And number 5, support trans work. I think this is a super easy one and is super achievable for everyone to do. If you're trying not to be transphobic, if you don't want to be transphobic, just support the trans people in your life and support trans artists and trans media. Respect people's pronouns, don't ask people about their genitalia, educate yourself on the issues. One super incredible trans person I recommend you look into following is my friend at Bryan Art. Their art is incredible, like truly, truly incredible. They're currently training in expressive arts therapy and they run art workshops. Their website is full of mental health resources, queer links, local artists, holistic wellness, and their book Pink and Blue is coming out next year. I've seen some snippets of what this book is going to be and it is absolutely amazing. It's going to be a picture book just about being you. Let me read the synopsis. Babies are born like a coloring book. You can't tell who they'll be with just one little look. Then grown-ups begin to color inside the lines with one of the only 2 colors they find. Oh, Pink and Blue world! Please go follow Jay, he's incredible. So I'll just leave you with my final thought that I think it's great for people to find solace and safety in the media that they can, but we also have to stay critically minded and fight for the world that we want to see. This is a super complicated, nuanced topic, so please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. As a reminder, my name is Vanessa Raquel. I'm a bit new to all this, but I'm really excited and into it. You can check me out on Instagram and Twitter, and pretty please remember to like and subscribe. And in the words of Albus Dumbledore, it matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be.